Johto having arguably the worst Pokedex in all of Pokemon may come off as a very hot take, especially coming from somebody who grew up in the Gens 1 through 3 era. But I have always said that it is my second least favorite region, only behind Unova. So like I just did with every Pokemon in Unova, let's go through the whole Johto Pokedex and see what percentage of this dex I actually like versus dislike, to see if my perceived dislike of this whole region is justified, or if a few bad apples spoiled the bunch. As we're working through the Gen 2 Pokedex, there is one major pattern and observation that we're going to keep noticing. It's that the Johto Pokedex so heavily relies on every other region to make its Pokedex better. And what I mean by that is how many of these Pokemon have other forms from either regions, whether it's a Pokemon that evolves from a Gen 1 Pokemon, like, Scyther and Scizor and Steelix, or Pokemon that evolve into either Gen 4 or Gen 9 Pokemon. There's a bunch of the Gen 4 ones, like Gliscor, Electivire, so on. You have Farigiraf, like there's so many of these Gen 2 Pokemon that are just nothing without the other generations filling the gaps that their Pokedex left empty. Also, a hot take started off before we dive into this. The Gen 2 sprites are absolutely my favorite, although the Gen 5 sprites are probably the best. There's just something magical about specifically the crystal sprites, the animated ones. Man, they were ahead of their time. They're wonderful. I think they're the first or second best sprites in the whole Pokemon franchise. But anyway, Chikorita. I'm gonna put Chikorita in like. I think this whole line is drastically overhated and underrated in Battle 2. Now, in Johto, these guys suck, of course, but outside of Johto, like if you've been watching my hardcore Deathless Nuzlocke Pokemon Sun, this line has been our best Pokemon, period. Bulky Leech Seed is so underrated. It's just grass type suck in Johto, just like fire type suck in Kanto. This line isn't bad. Just like Charizard isn't bad, it's just they suck in their respective regions. Bayleaf, though, is one of, if not the best, middle stage evolution for a starter ever. I know I said that last time with Duat, but it's like the top three are like Bayleaf, Duat, Grovyle. Like there's a few other ones, like, Torracat's really good, Quilava's pretty good, so on and so forth. But I think those are very clearly the top three best middle stage starters of all time. Meganium I also like. I like this whole evolution line quite a bit. I think same thing goes. I might actually do the exact same thing for this one. Middle stage evolutions are kind of goated in Johto, I guess. Quilava is amazing. I love it. I like these two a lot too. Typhlosion would be close to that love category, but not quite. It's close. I don't know if I quite love Totodile. I like Totodile. I do. I really like Totodile. It's close. I think the anime with its the bouncing and jumping and how hyper he is really adds to his character, but in terms of like in-game and stuff like that, it doesn't really come off all that well, so I think I'm going to put it in like. It's still a very good design, arguably the best Gen 2 in Battle 2, just because of Rage in the early game is busted, but this is not a Battle Prowess tier list. This is pretty much just the design tier list, but also, like I said last time, how good they do in battle sometimes blends into your subjective opinion of whether or not you like that Pokemon. I think Croconaw also goes in like, I would not put it up there with the other middle stage evolutions in terms of like, oh, these are some of the best in Pokemon. Like, no, not for Croconaw, but I still like it. Same thing with Feraligatr. I think most of these starters land in that like category. Like, honestly, like this could be a separate tier list video, but I think that the Gen 2 starters overall, if we're talking about it from an overall standpoint, might be one of the weaker trios in terms of a design standpoint compared to the other regions. I would put them down there with like Galar and Paldea. Really not great compared. It's just some of the other starter trios are immaculate, obviously, especially Sinnoh and Kanto. I like Alola's other than Sinnoh. Anyway, we're getting off track. We'll throw Sentret and Furret in dislike. I'm really not a fan of either of them. They're incredibly boring, incredibly weak. I mean, Sentret is remotely cute, I suppose, but I could not care less about either of these Pokemon. I really don't. Hoot, I like Hoot a lot. I kind of love Noctowl, I'm not gonna lie. I really like both of these Pokemon, especially it's just like the clock aspects, giving it that almost like wizardy vibes for these owls, which obviously should have been psychic type all along. That's very clear. I was gonna say clear as day, but they're nocturnal. Clear as night here that they should have been psychic type. But either way, I love Noctowl. I like Hoot. I kind of hate Lediba though. I think that might be our first Gen 2 hate. Lediba's kind of trash, dude. And if you go back to my Rate 'em All episodes of Ledian and Ariados specifically, you'll see that this is just one of those things of so much missed potential, man. Like, Ariados should have been the first bug dark type way back in the day. Very clearly should have been bug dark type. They're version exclusives to each other, so it should have been like This one is bug dark, this one is like bug fighting, and they should have been like, this guy already has a superhero mask. It should have been the hero Ledian and boost his attack so you can actually use his punching moves. Should have been the hero Ledian versus like the villain Ariados, and they both would have been so cool, man. But I think this would be where I would land these guys. I love Ledian's design and concept. It's horrible in battle. It's so bad that it keeps me from putting it any higher. I don't really like anything about Ariados, if we're being honest. It's fairly negative to me. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not great. And then these two could get deleted, and I wouldn't care less. Lediba especially is horrible. Crobat is one of the Gen 2 goats. One of the goats. What else do you want me to say? Especially back to the Nuzlocke thing, this is arguably like the second best Nuzlocke Pokemon of all time behind Gyarados. I would put like Magneton, Magnezone probably third, but Crobat is just so reliable, so strong, so fast, way bulkier than you would think. Just an incredible Pokemon. You'll never go wrong using a Crobat. It's so good. Sorry, David, one of my longtime stream viewers. I don't like Chinchou. I don't like it, dude. I don't like its weird, fat, oblong, flat body. The double anglerfish things are a little weird to me. I really don't like Chinchou's design, not to mention the weird cross pupils. Really kind of weirds me out. I don't like this design at all, but I do like Lantern. Lantern's cool. I like his little superhero mask. I like how he takes on like a little bit of like a shape of like a whale instead of some weird fish blob thing. He actually has like an actual shape to him now. I do like Lantern quite a bit. Pichu, I like Pichu. I dislike most baby Pokemon, as you will come to see very soon here. I really don't like the idea of baby Pokemon as a whole. Some of them are pulled off really well, like Pichu though. I like Pichu, it's cute. I think I dislike Cleffa. It's mildly cute, I suppose, but other than that, I just could not care less about it. Igglybuff, I guess I kind of hate. I don't like baby Pokemon, and I don't like the Jigglypuff line, so Igglybuff very clearly lands in hate. Togepi, though, is one of the Gen 2 goats, again, especially in like, it had a really good score in the Raid 'em All series, man. Concept, design, availability, all of it was amazing. Obviously, just battle prowess held it back. Togepi's incredible. I absolutely love Togepi, man. So good. With that being said, I kind of dislike Togetic.
Udu.
Sudowoodo. How do you say it?
It's Udu.
Udu. It is your Steelix. All right, buddy. Go back out there and finish your Bluey. Okay, like I was saying, I don't like Togetic. Togekiss is amazing, Togepi is amazing. They could just delete Togetic, and I couldn't care less, man. It just feels like the odd man out in this evolution line. It just looks odd. I've never been a fan of Togetic. I also really don't like Natu. Natu, just the tiny, like the bird that's just a head is just weird to me. I don't like the just a head bird thing, that's odd. But Xatu is very cool. Conceptually, design-wise, even it's okay in battle. I do like Xatu quite a bit. Mareep is obviously going to go in like, I think this whole line is going to go in like. Oddly enough, I might like Mareep's design the best out of this evolution line. I mean, these are like the Johto goats in terms of playthroughs, of course. But in terms of design, they're not that special. Like, they're cool. I like Ampharos a lot. I like Mareep a lot. Flaffy's pretty cool, too. I like the whole reverse shearing thing, especially when it goes Mega, how it gets some of its wool back. It's cool. They're okay. I like them. Blossom, I guess I kind of dislike. This would kind of go, like we talked about last time, if we had like a no thoughts category in the middle, quite a few of these Pokemon would end up in the no thoughts category, and Blossom would be one of them. The reason why I don't do that is I want to be forced to make the decision to really see what percentage I like and dislike, because if there was a middle category that I don't really care about, that would kind of muddy the results. I don't know if I quite love Meryl, but I do like it a lot. The OG Pika clone, man. Pika Blue over there. Just one of the OGs, man. It's just so good. It's so cool, it's so cute. I love the fact that they gave it Fairy later on in the generations, obviously with huge power, it's amazing in battle. But I do really like their designs too. Simple, but good. Like, they really did a good job with that, like, trying to make another mascot thing, like with Pikachu. Like, the original Pika clone, man, Pika Blue, he's awesome. As you just heard my son with his Udu Sudowoodo. Sorry, buddy. I do not like Sudowoodo. It's a cool concept. Like, I like the idea of the fake tree that's actually a rock. Hence its name, pseudo wood, fake wood. I get it. It's cool. I like it. I like the idea, but I just don't like the design. I don't like using it. I'm not a fan of this Pokemon. Politoed, I like Politoed. It may be closer to the love category. I do like Politoed quite a bit. I like Hoppip. I almost hate Skiploom. I kind of hate Skiploom, and then I like Jumpluff. This is a weird like divide on this one. Hoppip is cute. The little cat face is cool. Like the little like sprouting of a dandelion is cool. And obviously you can't have this line without Skiploom, because this is like the life cycle of a dandelion, right? You get the little weeds, then you get the yellow flower, then you get the puff balls of seeds. I get it. I like the line as a whole. But Skiploom, I just can't stand its design. I think its design is horrible and unappealing, and I just can't stand it for some reason. But I like these two, they're cute. Ambipom is way worse, obviously. I think that Ambipom actually made me like Apom less, because I don't hate Apom by itself, but man, Ambipom just soils that whole line for me. Sunkern is one of the worst Pokemon of all time. We don't have to be mysterious or facetious about that one. It's just bad. Same thing with Sunflora. Should have been the first grass fire type. Sunkern's even worse. Sunkern's actively ugly. This one's just boring. Yanma, I like Yanma. Bug is my favorite type, so I'm pretty positive on most of the bug types other than these two down here. Yanma's cool though. Yanmega is one of my favorites. This is probably our first like hot take of the video. I really dislike both Wooper and Quagsire, which I know is gonna get me in trouble because people love these little derpy boys, man. But for some reason, the like pinprick eyes, like no thoughts Pokemon just do nothing for me. They never have. People love the Whoop, but I am not among them. Espeon and Umbreon, though, are like some of the best Gen 2 Pokemon ever. Like, they're incredible, right? These two are incredible. Arguably, like, my second and third favorite evolutions behind Leafeon. Leafeon's my favorite. Then I'll put probably, like, Vaporeon in fourth. But they're incredible, man. Both in design, in battle, everything. Umbreon obviously has one of the best shinies ever. Murkrow, I think, is a good point for us to, like, notice and talk about one of the bigger patterns of the Johto Pokedex. There's two patterns really. First of which is just this is one of the weakest Pokedexes in terms of battle prowess out of any of them. They're so bad across the board, which bleeds into my second point and pattern is that almost all of the really good Gen 2 Pokemon either are Gen 1 evolutions, which we will see soon, or they get Gen 4 or even Gen 9 evolutions. Like the Gen 2 Pokedex relies so heavily on Gens 1, 4, and 9. Slowking, I like Slowking a lot. Slowking would be close to the love category. I like Slowbro better, but not by a lot. I like them both quite a bit. They're both very cool evolutions of Slowpoke. Misdreavus, it would be really close. It would probably be in that no thoughts category if I really had to pick, but it's a little bit more positive than negative, so I guess I'll put it in like. Unknown, I dislike. I'm only gonna put one unknown here instead of all of them, obviously. This would again go in that no thoughts category. I could not care less about Unknown. I like their lore and like their idea and what they are in the Pokemon universe. That's kind of cool. But outside of that, it's just such a nothing forgettable Pokemon. Wobbuffet, I kind of hate Wobbuffet, I'm not gonna lie. Wobbuffet's awful, dude. Like, first of all, obviously, as a Nuzlocker, you hate seeing these things. Second of all, its design is stupid. I understand it's supposed to be after this, like, famous Japanese comedian and all that good stuff. I get it, but it looks horrible. It's awful to try to use. It's awful to go up against. It's just, it's awful. I hate it. Giraffric, I kind of like Giraffric. Giraffric's cool. Fergiraf is a really cool evolution of this, going back into the whole further evolutions thing, like with Yanmega and Mismagius and Fluttermane. This is another one that gets a really cool evolution in Gen 9. I think I like Pineco, but I dislike Fortress. Pineco's pretty cool, pretty cute. Fortress is kind of boring, and I forget that it exists. Can't stand Dunsparce, and the fact that I'm with everybody that we should have gotten a Dunsparce evolution at some point during Pokemon's evolution, right? We should have gotten a Dunsparce evolution, but the fact that they gave us the Dunsparce was the biggest slap in the face to Pokemon fans. I know some people love it. Like, oh, this is so funny. Look what they did. Her. I think it's stupid. I think it's horrible, man. Like, Dunsparce has so much potential as this weird... There's no, like, specific thing you can point to Dunsparce being. It's this weird, like, dragon, snake, drill thing, but it's a normal type. There was so much potential for a Dunsparce evolution, and instead we got that piece of garbage. Gligar is amazing. Gligar and Gliscor I absolutely love. I love both of these Pokemon, but again, going into the whole it had a Gen 4 evolution thing, so much of this Pokedex would be so mid without those other regions, man. Steelix, though, Steelix is incredible. Steelix is one of the coolest Pokemon of all time. It's so cool. It made such a, I don't want to say forgettable Pokemon in Onix, because it's not. It's Brock's Pokemon, it's in the anime, all that good stuff. I wouldn't say Onix is forgettable, but it's absolutely, like, set aside-able. It's really not that cool or important of a Pokemon, but Steelix made this whole line so much more notable, man. I kind of hate Snubbull, I'm not gonna lie. It's just ugly and I don't like it. I like Granbull though. Quillfish is again another one that's just entirely forgettable and plays even further into my Gen 4 and Gen 9 evolution. Well, no, okay, this was Overquill, this was Gen 8 technically, Legends Arceus, but you see my point. The Johto Pokedex relies so heavily on every other region to carry its Pokedex, including Scizor, which, I mean, Scizor kind of carries its own weight. But again, it's an evolution of a Gen 1 Pokemon. Scizor's the GOAT though. Scizor is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Scizor's amazing, obviously. This love category is getting pretty hefty up here. Hey, the love category is bigger than the hate category so far. There we go. I kind of dislike Shuckle, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like people are gonna get mad at that one too. It's just... I like the whole worm inhabiting a rock thing. That's pretty cool. Like the hunters from Halo type of thing, but it's just so forgettable and so boring. I'm saying that about a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon, but it just is, man. Don't f you with Shucky, I know. I get it, but whatever. Heracross, again, another goated Gen 2 bug, man. Heracross is amazing. One of the best Gen 2 Pokemon. Bug's my favorite type, and both of these would be close to my top 10. I love both of these Pokemon. I also really like Sneasel. This is another hot take. I actually like Sneasel more than Weavile in terms of design. I like the asymmetrical look of having the big pink feather on one side but not the other. I think that's really cool. I think it's way better than Weavile's big headdress thing. I think this is way cooler. Teddiursa is absolutely adorable. I would think about putting that one in love, actually. Teddiursa is incredibly cute. Ursaring, on the other hand, is really boring. Like, I know that Teddiursa is literally just a bear cub, but it makes up for that by the fact that it's absolutely adorable, where Ursaring is literally just a bear, and it doesn't make up for that at all, except for the fact that it gets... You knew it! An awesome Gen 9 evolution, or Gen 8 technically, again, with Ursaluna, but you see the point. Slugma goes down in hate, Magcargo goes down in dislike. I like Magcargo better than Slugma for sure. It's a cooler design in general, but they're both pretty bad. I really don't care about either of them. I kind of, oh, that's not the right one. I kind of dislike both Swinub and Piloswine, but Mamoswine, if it were here, would be arguably even in the love category. Another line that is absolutely saved by a future generation evolution. Porygon 2, another Gen 1 evolution here. I would put in like, I arguably like it more than Porygon 1. They're both good. I like them. Not majorly, but they're cool. Corsola, I dislike. I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on it, but it's not great. Remoraid, I dislike. Its beta design was better. Octillery, I like, actually. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting. Again, though, its beta design was way better. I'll try to pop that on screen right here. Delibird, I dislike? I wouldn't quite put it in hate, but I dislike it. Mantine I like. Mantine is shockingly underrated for a hardcore Nuzlocke, man. It has like 140 special defense or something crazy like that. It's still decent speed and special attack. It's a very, very good Pokemon. It's like Gyarados Light. Skarmory is going to be another one in the love category. Absolutely incredible Pokemon, man. You can't go wrong with Skarmory. It's so good. So good. I guess I like Houndour. I guess I like Houndoom. They would be closer to the no thoughts category than you would probably originally think. These are really loved across the community, but I'm personally not that big of a fan of them. Like, they're okay. They're okay, but I don't love them. Kingdra I love, though. Kingdra's amazing. Another amazing evolution of a Gen 1 Pokemon, but so cool. So cool. I love Kingdra. Phanpy, I also absolutely love Phanpy. This is one of my favorite first stage designs ever. Just like the cute little, like somewhat armored, tiny little elephant baby Pokemon. Absolutely adorable. I love Phanpy. And therefore, I like Donphan too. I don't love Donphan, but I like it a lot. It would be close to love, but not quite. Stantler, I also kind of like. I don't have a whole lot of reasons for this. It's just kind of cool. I kind of like it. Again, I got a great evolution of Legends Arceus with Weirdeer. Smeargle, I can't stand Smeargle. It's awful. I get that it's a gimmick Pokemon with its whole sketch ability and all the good stuff, but I don't like it. Tyrogue, I also extremely dislike Tyrogue. It's so ugly, dude. Oh my god, it's so ugly. And to be fair, I really don't like either Hitmonchan or Hitmonchan either, but Hitmontop I do like. Which generation do you guys think I should do after this? Should I like start back over at Gen 1 and work my way through, or should I go down my list of like which generations I think I dislike the most and go through that? Either way, whatever. I hate Smoochum. This thing is horrible, dude. Horrible, horrible, horrible design. It's so stupid. Why is it a bird? Why does it evolve into Jinx? It's awful. I can't stand anything about this Pokemon. It's so bad. I actually kind of love Elekid though. This is another one where it's a Gen 1 evolution and it gets a Gen 4 evolution. But Elekid's really, really cool. I like the whole plug ear head things. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Electabuzz is one of my favorite electric types though. I kind of dislike Magby. I don't hate it. It's okay, but definitely not as good as Elekid. Miltank I like a lot actually. Miltank is really, 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 really good in your Gen 2 Nuzlocke, man. If you can get this thing, bring it. That's really, really good all the way to the league, actually. And that's definitely swaying how much I like this Pokemon, because design-wise, I really don't like it at all. But it was so good for my Gen 2 playthroughs that I feel like I have to put it in like. Blissey, I dislike Blissey, actually. Obviously, it's amazing in battle. It's broken if you use it correctly, but I really am not a big fan of its design. Raikou is one of my favorite legendaries ever. Probably my favorite electric type ever. Raikou has an incredible design, dude. I love this thing. The saber-tooth Thundercat, like, yeah, dude. Yeah, give me that for sure. I like Entei, I like Suicune. They're both really, really, really cool, but I like Raikou way better. Larvitar I would even come close to putting in the love category, but not quite. Pupitar, though, I dislike. I don't like the fact that it's a cocoon. Like, this is not a bug type line. Why are we in a cocoon? Like, I understand it if you read the Pokedex and all that good stuff. I get it, I get it. It's storing energy, blah, blah, blah. But it looks stupid, and I don't like it. Tyranitar, though, is again one of the Gen 2 GOATs. Tyranitar is absolutely incredible across the board, man. And which is shocking, because like its type is really not good. You would think just based off of its typing it'd be really bad, but it's not at all. It's so good. And it's one of the cooler designs. This and Metagross are very clearly the two best pseudos, which is funny because they're the two not dragon pseudos. Lugia, I guess I like Lugia, and I guess I like Ho-Oh. I'm not a huge fan of either of them, for being honest. They're both okay. I'm really not a huge fan, but I don't dislike them. They're fine. I love Celebi though. Celebi's amazing. I guess that's the tier list right there. Wow, we're done. That went way faster than the Gen 5 one. Maybe I just have less to say about these Gen 2 ones, but I think this is a pretty good one. It looks like I'm definitely more positive than I am negative, but I do dislike a lot of this generation as well. So let's see the numbers. I'll be right back. Okay, this is kind of a shocking revelation here now that I've run the numbers. So if you remember correctly on the Gen 5 video, the amount of Pokemon in the Gen 5 decks that I liked was 41%, and the amount of Pokemon that I disliked was 59%. And now, with Gen 2, it's completely flipped. It's literally, I like 59% of the Pokedex, and I dislike 41%. That's like a perfect split, man. Who could have thought? Especially considering there's way less Pokemon in Johto. But I'm pretty happy with this tier list. What do you guys think? How many of these do you disagree with? How many of them do you agree with? What are we thinking here? And then again, let me know which region you want me to do next. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please comment if you did. It really helps the video out a lot. And I'll see you later.